From an early age, I've always known that I had both sides of the brain going, the creative side and the analytical side, and that really is how I got on this trajectory to get to where I am today.
The path from an accounting degree to his life's calling was not always immediately clear for Doug Self. Where he has arrived, however, is the destiny his heart has always known.
I grew up in Mississippi. All I could think about was how quickly I could get to Ole Miss. I had the opportunity to work for a couple while I was in Oxford who are like a second set of parents to me, and it's hard to put into words how much influence they've had on my career. At the end of one of our market days, we were in the Southern Accessories showroom having refreshments, and I remember thinking, what a cool business this is. That really is how I got on this trajectory to get to where I am today. Getting as much experience as I could, and then taking that experience and deciding that it was time for me to launch my own company. JDouglas was launched in 2001, so we are celebrating our 15-year anniversary.
Inspiration. Seeing beyond the present to understand what's coming next. That's where Doug wants to be.
I love product. I've been fortunate to be able to work with a lot of our brands that we represent developing products. Even though I have this analytical side, I mean, the creative side is definitely the part that feeds my soul. I've always been driven to be successful, and I measured that, early on in my life by how much money I could make. And as I've gotten older and been able to have my own business, I realize I'm so aware of the people who don't have the opportunities that I have. 3 years ago, I opened Provision Oxford in Oxford, Mississippi. It's called Provision Oxford, and provision means to provide something that's not readily accessible. It also means to give back, and so I feel really strongly about giving back to that community. We have different entertainment each Friday of home football games, and we identify a local charity, and we contribute a portion of our sales for that weekend to whatever charity that is. And so it's really opened my eyes to the opportunities that are out there to give back, and that really has become my mission at this stage of my life. It needs to be 6 inches above here. I work with people who are homeless a lot, and we actually employ guys through JDouglas for show setup who are from a homeless shelter that a good friend of mine operates. I mean, we have a guy here, Kenny, who was homeless when he came to work for us, and he's not any longer. I feel like we helped him overcome where he was when we found him, and we want to help keep him on that path.
For Doug, trust and enduring relationships are the constants in a business which values people much more than things.
This industry has enriched my life really beyond anything that I could have imagined. The relationships that I have are as important as anything that I have in my whole life. I've had so many opportunities that I never could have envisioned when I set out to do this.